Hi everyone, and welcome to Riverside Park on Manhattan's west side. New York had an inch of snow last night and the park is looking glorious, so I wanted to come out here and share it with you all. I am looking and wanted to let you know that we are in 360, which means that you can use your mobile device to look around the park. You can use the gyroscopes on the device, or you can scroll on the screen. Can everyone see us in 360? Whoa, all right, so you can. And I hope we're not upside down. I'm seeing your comments upside down, so I'll do my best to respond to them, but it's a little bit difficult to read. Anyway, I want to introduce you to Commissioner Silver, the Parks Commissioner, who's here in Riverside Park for the stroll that we're going to take. What are we gonna see today, Commissioner?
Well, we're gonna see one of the beautiful landmark parks here in New York City. This is Riverside Park. What you see is the Soldiers and Sailors Monument. We're going to stroll through the park and visit that monument. This park was designed by the famous architect Frederick Law Olmsted with help from Samuel Parsons and Calvin Fox. But it's sitting on the Hudson River. We're just going to stroll because it just snowed last night. There's about an inch of snow, and we're going to walk you through one of the really landmark parks. It was landmarked in 1994. And as a scenic landmark, and it's one of the beautiful parks that hugs the entire west side of Manhattan. From the Battery Park, Hudson River Park, Riverside Park, and then Fort Washington Park. We're in this park, a little under 200 acres.
Let's take a walk. All right, I'm gonna lift the camera.
Are we upside down?
We still seem to be upside down, but everyone can see us properly. I just can't read the comments. But Riverside Park is kind of on this slope that goes down to the Hudson River, so that's where we're headed now. We're going to walk sort of closer to the river and then up again to the monument that Commissioner Silver just pointed out. Oh, Commissioner Silver's got his phone out. He follows NYC Parks on Periscope, and he has his own Periscope channel at
Mitchell_Silver.
At Mitchell Silver. So you can follow him, and he's going to answer the comments if you can see them. Okay. So it's about 32 degrees in New York City today, which means we're just on that cusp of freezing, and the light blanket of snow that we got last night seems to be sticking around for the most part. Of course, the Parks Department has salted the paths, so we're walking safely, but in this landmark landscape, the snow is adding a little je ne sais quoi. Yes.
Yes.
We were there for the holiday train show and also the orchid show in the spring.
Well, they're saying it's 18 in Kentucky. Yes, I know. I was supposed to go to Charlotte today, but the storm prevented that from happening.
So this park was really built in a couple of phases. Way back at the end of the 19th century, Frederick Law Olmsted submitted a proposal for this park. He's the same designer as Central Park, Central Park
and Prospect Park and many others, Fort Greene.
And then after the turn of the century, the City Beautiful movement got sort of involved here, and there's expressions of that. And then Robert Moses, the Parks Commissioner during the 1930s to the 1960s, added more acreage to the park and also a lot more amenities, and of course built the West Side Highway, which we're looking at now, which is a ribbon that separates this park from the Hudson River.
Correct.
And on the other side of the Hudson River is the Hudson River Greenway.
Correct.
The Greenway is the busiest bike path in all of New York City and the eastern seaboard.
It is.
And it stretches from
the Battery all the way up to Fort Washington Park. It is long. A lot of people use it for commuting. It's a very popular route because of its connectivity, and you get to see the Hudson River as well. So it's a great way to exercise and commute and not contribute to climate change by being on your bike. So it's a great way to commute. It's very, very popular.
All right, let's keep walking.
What's really nice about parks is that they're open 12 months out of the year, and we encourage people to visit parks. It doesn't have to be warm. A day like today, the sun is shining. The park looks absolutely beautiful. It has a lot of rock outcrops, beautiful historic trees, incredible views. So whether you want to stroll, bike, walk, or just sit out here, this is a great place to visit. You know, come to parks all year long. It doesn't have to be sunny. This is a refreshing way just to get outdoors and get healthy.
What's coming up this weekend in the parks?
Well, this weekend we have Mulch Fest. We actually have a program where we encourage New Yorkers to bring their holiday trees to about 80 sites, and 30 of those sites actually have chippers, and we chip up the trees and we create mulch, either to help put mulch on our trees and gardens in our parks, or people can take it home. It's up to them. And then this month we have Winter Jam in Central Park. We love the parks in the winter, and so Winter Jam is just a fun day of all sorts of activities in Central Park. You can just Google it if you want to find out more about it. But Winter Jam is one of my favorite events every year. It is so super cool. Sometimes we have to manufacture the snow. I have a feeling this year we may not have a problem.
Winter Jam is fun because it gives city dwellers a chance to try all these backcountry sports like cross-country skiing, and they get to see snowboarding demonstrations, and there's some snowshoeing activity. So we provide the equipment for free. You get to try it, you get a taste of what's out there, and it's a fun time. Check the park's website, nyc.gov/parks, to find out more about Mulch Fest coming up this weekend and Winter Jam coming up later this month.
Yes, now people are saying New York is expensive. You can find places affordable if you look.
The parks are free.
The parks are free, and it's probably the best playground on the planet. New York is just a fun place with lovely things to do. So people come here for the experience and realize that if they don't own a car, you actually save money.
All right, so we are walking up towards the Soldiers and Sailors Memorial, which is a Civil War memorial.
Yes, living in New York can be expensive, but again, you save money on not owning a car, and you can travel place by foot, and it's really one of the greatest cities in the world. But that's my opinion.
Okay, so now we are going to do a 360 walk around this spiral, or this circular monument that was built to commemorate the soldiers and sailors who lost their lives for the Union Army in the Civil War.
Oh, you think 360 is making you dizzy? Well, you can keep it still. But if you want to just move it a little bit to the left or the right, that way you get a great experience. You don't have to do it all the way around. But if you look up, you can look up. We don't have to even move the camera. If you just look up there, you'll see the scale of this monument, which makes it incredibly beautiful and powerful. And what made Riverside Park so special is once it was developed, you have to see these pre-World War II buildings and mansions that were developed along Riverside Drive, which is probably one of my favorite streets in New York. It is a beautiful winding road that's on the edge of the park, and I have to tell you, I'm always envious of people who live on the other side. Not only do you have beautiful views of the park, the river, but it's one incredibly beautiful street. And you got to come out here if you ever come to New York to come see Riverside Drive. But here's the monument. Incredible. I believe it was finished in 1904. So it's been here for well over 100 years.
And the Riverside Park Conservancy is the organization that works with NYC Parks to care for this park, and they have embarked on a restoration of the masonry here, and I think the interior.
So it's not working for you. You may have to download the latest version of Periscope, so you have the 360 option. There's an example of one of the mansions that I was talking about straight ahead. That was an example, and they're sprinkled all along Riverside Drive. But you're now looking at Riverside Drive, which is the park, the street that really just at the edge of the park itself, and it goes all the way down to 72nd Street and goes up to 158th Street. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful street here in New York.
All right, let's put the camera right down there to give the people one last view of this beautiful park, lightly blanketed in snow.